Hi, my name is Vinny Vasquez, and the purpose of this video is to persuade you to want to buy Apple products the next time you're out making your technology purposes. We all use technology today. Everyone has a laptop, some people may have tablets, and of course everybody's going to have a cell phone nowadays. I'm going to tell you why you should use Apple products rather than other technology products. So let's get started. So some history from Apple. Apple was founded on April Fool's Day, 1976. It made and sold 7 million iPhones, 30 million iPads, and 59 million other products in 2011. The company has more money than the U.S. Treasury and the highest market value business at $416.6 billion. So some products that Apple has that we still use today are the iMac, which was originally introduced in 1998. It's Apple's version of a desktop computer. An iPod was introduced in 2001, which is Apple's version of its music player. A MacBook, which is Apple's laptop, was introduced in 2006. An iPhone, of course, everyone knows what an iPhone is the Apple cell phone, which was introduced in 2007. Apple TV, which is Apple's video streaming box, which you can link to other services like Netflix, Hulu, and even movies on demand on iTunes, which that was introduced in 2007. An iPad, which is Apple's tablet, was introduced in 2010. Beats Audio is the newest addition to the Apple family. Beats Audio was originally created by rapper Dr. Dre, but Apple bought it over this year, 2014, for $3.6 billion. And Apple has rumored to be coming out with other products soon, such as the iWatch and the iGlass. So why choose Apple products? First off, American roots. Apple is an American-made company, even though Apple's products are not created and manufactured here in America. They are designed in America, and they were created. The Apple brand itself was created in America by American businessmen. Apple's products are user-friendly. Everybody loves the fact that you can pretty much take an iPhone right out of the box or iPad right out of the box and start using it. That's our world today. People don't like things to be too complicated, even when it comes to great technology such as smartphones, tablets, and even now more powerful computers. So the user-friendly aspect of Apple comes in very much in handy when it comes to people who don't even have never even used an iPhone, never even used the iPad, or any type of tablet or any type of cell phone. Even kids growing up that are gonna barely start using using tablets and iPhones. The fact that Apple products are so user friendly makes it that much easier to get to know the environment of tablets, the environment of smartphones, and because iPhones are so user friendly, it makes it that much better for people. Another thing why to choose Apple products is Apple products are very attractive. Today in society, people generally go towards things that are more attractive, more fancy. It's all about design and a lot of things. You're gonna want a car that looks fancier, rather than just getting a regular box car. You're gonna want a car that's sleek and that's fancy and that's nice, and that's why Apple products are so popular, is because the designs of Apple products are so sleek. Apple takes much pride in their designs and just sketches over design after design and tries out different designs until they get the best sleek design that they can, and that's why people love it. Apple is its own brand. When you go out and you buy maybe like a PC, you're gonna get a Microsoft PC maybe, but the software is gonna be another company. Some of the things you use in that PC are gonna be from other companies. You're gonna maybe get software from Java or Adobe, things like that. But with the Apple, any type of product like an Apple computer, iMac, iPhone, it's gonna be its own brand. It's gonna be Apple software. It's gonna be Apple hardware. So that's why people like Apple so much, is that it's its own brand. You're not gonna have to go out and mess with buying software from this company or this company. Once you buy an Apple product, That's it. It's an Apple product and it's plain simple. So another thing is Apple does everything better. Excuse me. Everything that Apple comes out with, Apple doesn't come out with it until they know it's going to be better. Even if it's something that's already been out before by another company, Apple's going to come out with their own version of it, and Apple's just going to do it better. So when Apple products all come together, if you like myself have an iPhone, have an iPad, have an iMac, then you're going to be able to link all those together. That's the beauty of Apple products today, is they can all be linked together. Everything you do on your iPhone can be seen on your iMac, and also can be seen on your iPad. That's the beauty of the Apple brand today. And the brand itself is just so extraordinary. Apple is like the Mercedes-Benz or the Rolls-Royce of technology, and people take notice of that. And because of that, people want Apple products even more, because it tends to be the trend of society today. That's the it thing. That's the popularity. If you have an Apple product, some people believe that if you have an iPhone, if you have an iPad, then that makes you cool. That makes you great in today's society. So the arguments. There are some people that do not like Apple products, of course, and here's some reasons why. First off, the price is too high. Many people say that, why am I going to go out and spend $200, $300 on an iPhone when I can just buy a regular phone or Android phone for, $100, $150, way cheaper. Excuse me. So my argument to that is the fact that you pretty much get what you pay for. You're not only paying for what's in your hand. You're paying for the history. You're paying for what's behind what's in your hand. You're paying for the sleekness, what's inside. The possibilities are endless with some of the Apple products, and that's really what you're paying for. And honestly, the reason some people may not like the fact that Apple products are too high, but other people only buy Apple products because they're so high. Because, like I said, it's in today's society, it's what's cool. So people are gonna be willing to go out and spend money on an Apple product, knowing that if they can spend that money on the Apple product, then they can be cool in today's society. So another argument is that people don't want to buy Apple products because they're made in China by workers with little pay. This is one of my favorite arguments, because it always makes me laugh that people that say these things are going to be guys that are wearing Nike shoes, or girls that are going to be wearing clothes from Forever 21. Basically, those are companies too that are made in China by people with little pay. So pretty much everything is going to be made overseas, and the only reason why it's going to be with little pay is because that's their society over there in other countries. And actual reality, I read a documentary on the workers of that design and put together these the iPhones and the iPads and all Apple products, and what they get paid is low, yes, but in their society it's actually high, and what they get paid is acceptable, and they get to be able to feed their families, be able to clothe their families and house their family because of the pay that they get from Apple. There's also an argument that Android is ahead of Apple. There's many things that Android has right now that Apple doesn't have, or many things that Android had maybe a year ago that Apple didn't have until recently. Well, a funny story is that another thing that I read about is that Android product, or anything like a Samsung phone or anything like that, could have been made and put together and sold within 6 months. But Apple's products, you might be holding an iPhone 5s in your hand right now. Well, that was signed off more than 2 years ago. Apple comes up with these things and makes sure they perfect it and signs off 2 years in advance before it's released. So who's really ahead then? Okay, so Apple today. Today, Apple is still advancing products and software. Right now, people are waiting the release of the iPhone 6, of course, and their new software of iOS 8. So the products that they have now, they're not just releasing them and then having people deal with the products they have. They're constantly trying to advance product. New iPhones are coming out, and even though if you have a previous Apple iPhone, you're going to be able to advance that just by downloading the newest software. And some causes that Apple has right now, Apple has a project called Project Red. Now, where Project Red is Apple, American Express, Girl, and Converse all came together and created this Project Red. What it is that Project Red is a cause that Apple and all these companies are trying to prevent the transmission of HIV from mothers to their kids. So what Apple does is all their products, you can buy a signature red color in their products. You can buy a red iPhone 5C, you can buy a red iPod, you can buy even a red signature headphones. And every red product that you buy from Apple, they donate to the society. Not only that, Apple actually donated $2.5 million to the American Red Cross for the victims of Hurricane Sandy. So today, you learn the history of Apple products. You learn why Apple is better, the arguments of the Apple products, and what Apple is doing today. So I'm going to end by one of my favorite quotes from the founder of Apple, Steve Jobs. You can't connect the dots looking forward. You can only connect them looking backwards. So you have to trust that the dots will somehow connect in the future. You have to trust something. Your gut, destiny, life, karma, whatever. This is the approach that has never let me down and has made the difference in my life. Steve Jobs. Hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you.